All life is to be treasured.
Hello and welcome back to Storm Talk. Today we will be taking a look at Alexstrasza, the Life Binder. Alexstrasza's trait is the Dragon Queen. It has a 150-second cooldown. After 1.25 seconds, transform into a dragon and gain health. While Dragon Queen is active,
Do not
Alexstrasza's...
delay, mortal. Life requires a stalwart defense.
While Dragon Queen is active, Alexstrasza's abilities are empowered. Her basic attacks deal 143% more and heal allies for 43 in an arc in front of her. Additionally, the duration of incoming stuns, roots, slows, and blinds are reduced by 50%. It lasts for 15 seconds. Her Q is Gift of Life. Sacrifice
I look forward to our alliance.
15% of your health and heal an ally for 150% of that amount. It is current health, not max health, but still that's pretty nice. During Dragon Queen, you gain Breath of Life. The cooldown is greatly reduced and does not cost your own health to cast it. Abundance. For 75 mana and 16-second cooldown, plant a seed of healing that blooms.
Mortal. Life requires a stalwart defense.
After 3 seconds, healing nearby allied heroes for 20% of their max health. This can include you. With Dragon Queen Preservation, healing area and amount are greatly increased. At E is 50 mana with a 2-second cooldown. Flame Buffet.
I look forward to our alliance.
Launch a fireball, burning enemies for 75% 75 damage over 5.5 seconds. Hitting enemies that are already burning deals 125 bonus damage on impact. It also slows them for 40% that decays over 2 seconds and refunds the mana cost. When in Dragon Queen form, it is Wing Buffet.
Do not delay, mortal. Life requires a stalwart defense.
It damages and knocks back enemies in an arc. Her first R, or heroic ability, is Life Binder. Bind Alexstrasza's life force with an allied hero. After 2 seconds, the hero with the lowest percent is set to the same amount as the other hero.
I look forward to our alliance.
In theory, this can have her bring a character from 1% to 100% instantly. In practice, it has her take a character from 30% to 40% more often than not. Her other heroic ability is Cleansing Flame. After 1.25 seconds, take to the sky and drop 5 fireballs over 6 seconds at the position of your mouse. Fireballs deal 150 damage to enemies or deal damage to enemies and heal heroes or allies. 2 seconds after dropping all the fireballs, Alexstrasza will land at the position of the mouse cursor. So let's enter the meat grinder. Okay, so let's go ahead and activate this. Starting off, her passive allows her to become the Dragon Queen. We'll go after that, or we'll go into that once we've completed this. So here you can see this is how much health it will actually cost her to heal. It is 15% of her current maximum. Each time, as you can see, the number does get smaller. Her W heals for 20% of physical maximum. If you walk out of it, you don't get the heal. Kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? As you can see. And for her E, we have a fireball. So, in essence, Q is an on-point, on-dot hill. W is an area of effect, hill. It does take a little bit of time. You can be thrown. It does suck because it's a full 3 seconds. But it is 3 seconds off of the cooldown as well. And if you're at full health, you can drop your heal. That was horrible. you can drop your 15% heal, and then drop this real quick afterwards to completely heal yourself, and basically heal your ally for, like, what would that be? 20% of their health plus 600 at level 1? That's still pretty impressive. Flame Buffet, as you can see, you hit them, they get this little flame marker. It is a spammable ability. So what you're going to want to do with it is just kind of continuously double tap.
Where I tread, life blooms.
Now, for her next set of abilities, we're going to activate Dragon Queen mode. Her auto attack becomes a lot
With haste.
larger in range, and now also heals. Breath of Life just straight up heals 20% of Alexstrasza's current health.
As it must be.
Let's actually go ahead and activate that so we can enter again.
The Dragon Queen
Preservation is a much larger area of effect and heals for 30% as opposed to 20.
Forward.
And Wing Buffet, I mean, she flaps her wings and throws a bitch. Not much more you can go into with that, I guess.
Believe without reservation.
So let's go ahead and take a look at her stats. At level 1, we have 1,859 HP with a 3.87 regeneration, 500 mana with a 3-point regeneration, an attack range of 5.5, attack damage of 76 with a 1 attack per second. One thing to note is that Alexstrasza is actually the first percentage-based healer in the game so far. At level 10, she has 2,646 HP with a 5.5 regeneration, 590 mana with a 3.88 regeneration, and 108 damage per hit.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
At level 20, she has 3,918 HP with an 8.11 regeneration, 690 mana with a 4.86 regeneration, and 160 damage per hit. And finally, at level 30, she maxes out at 5,802 HP with an 11.99 regeneration, 790 mana with a 5.83 regeneration, and 237 damage per hit.
My purpose shall be fulfilled.
At this level, she at full health, 15% of her health is 1,306. It's pretty nice. This is the damage for Flame. And here's the damage for Wing.
Show me where I am needed.
In her dragon form, she does have bonus health and does more damage with an increased amount of range. But since this number is the same throughout, or the jump is basically the same,
Believe.
I don't think we really need to go through that at every level.
Where I tread, life blooms.
So, let's go ahead and start talking about her talents. At level 1, we have Live and Let Live, and the quest talents, Circle of Life and Flame of Fury. Live and Let Live. While Alexstrasza is above 75% health, Gift of Life's cooldown recharges 100% faster. 15% would only drop you to 85, so in theory, you could use this. It will it will recharge faster. The problem I have with this is it basically allows you to use a 7-second cooldown spell twice in 10 seconds, give or take. Like, that's nice, but then you've invalidated the entire
Existence
rest of
is
it.
to be treasured.
So if you take this, we have toggle cooldowns on, so we can kind of replicate it. Heal, and then maybe heal again. Like, that's not fun. So next we have Circle of Life. Collect regeneration globes. After collecting 15, Abundance of Healing heals for an additional 5% of max health. After 25, Abundance Healing Burst creates a healing or regeneration globe. So this could be really nice for people who need regeneration globes, such as Kel'Thuzad with his phylactery. Also, regeneration globes are just nice in general to have around, especially in team fights. So somebody who might have gotten pushed out of it could also could get hit by that globe and get at least a little bit of health. Also, I mean, that is 25, and I believe that also does carry over to 35, though I could be wrong. Flames of Fury. Hit 20 burning enemies with flame buff. Hitting a burning enemy with flame buff, it reduces Dragon Queen's cooldown by 5 seconds. Obviously, you know which one to take out of all of these. E is your spammable ability, and for it to recharge Dragon Queen, and that's 5 seconds per. Yeah, there's no question here which one you take. At maximum, that's 30. Obviously, that wouldn't work because 30, you also have the time. So, like, I'm thinking if you can hit 20 of these, you've got Dragon. You can double tap Dragon Queen. Obviously, that's going to take time, but still, that's much faster.
Choose a talent.
At level 4, we have Surge of Vitality, Heat Exhaustion, and Exuberance. Surge of Vitality. Abundant Healing grants allied heroes 30% movement speed for 3 seconds. So if you're healing somebody while they're trying to run... Well, I mean, that probably wouldn't be a great idea, honestly, because it takes 3 seconds. This is my problem with this one. If it would have been Q, would have been perfect, right? Because you're like, hey, stand here for 3 seconds. I mean, if you're really, really good, you could be like, okay, it's going to take them probably about 2 seconds to get here. I'm going to drop it right here. They're going to get to it. They're going to heal. Then they're going to keep running. I mean, if they stop for a second, it's going to take 3 seconds to make back up that second at 30% bonus speed. So it's really hard to really justify going for this one. Heat Exhaustion. Increase flame buff's initial slow from 40 to 60. So hitting somebody, it slows them. The slow does decay, but it allows you to kind of keep hitting them. I like it. Well above 75%, gain 15% movement speed. Well, this one's hard to really suggest either, because you're sacrificing your own health to heal. However, if you are spamming flame, I mean, it really comes down to, is 20% movement speed for a fraction of a second better than 15% movement speed if you're chasing? I prefer the 15%. I don't actually ever use Gift of Life. I use Breath of Life all the time. I almost never use Gift of Life. Because what I'll normally do is I'll use W for healing, maybe the occasional Gift of Life if I need to, and then I'm just spamming. Like, just spamming E all the time.
Choose a talent.
Bonus movement speed.
Life
It's great.
life.
At level 7, we have Life Blossom, Verdant Flourish, and Fire Within. While Alexstrasza is above 75% health, Gift of Life creates Life Blossoms at a target's location. Alexstrasza can collect these Life Blossoms to make her next Gift of Life cost no health. These are nice, but it basically requires you to spend health now to not spend health later. And we'll get into that one. Verdant Flourish. Alexstrasza receives 30% more healing from Abundance and 100% more healing from Regeneration Globes. I like this one. As I said, I'm not a big fan completely of just using Gift of Life. I much prefer Abundance and the Flame Within. Hitting a burning enemy with Flame Buffet heals Alexstrasza for 10% of her maximum health. Obviously, I like this one. We're chasing down people to get back dragon form. It's just really hard to not say go for the Flame Within, honestly. Like, yeah. I will take Life Blossom just to kind of show it off here. Whoops. So you heal this guy, pick up a Life Blossom. And in theory, you can
I am in agreement.
Heal forever using this one blossom. However, I want to be like, yeah, this is great. It's really awesome. The moment you're in a team fight, you're losing that blossom. And every time I've seen it. So, at level 10, we have Life Binder. So you bind your life to an ally. After a couple of seconds, boom, they jump to the same amount of health as you. It says the same amount of health percentage, but I mean, obviously this guy's kind of designed not to be able to do that. So that's 11,000 health in one go. It's pretty nice, honestly. At level 13, we have Dragon Scale, Pacify, and Life Unbound. Dragon Scale, gain 30% armor while stunned, silenced, or rooted, and for 2 seconds after. Can only be triggered once every 10 seconds. If you're getting picked out a lot, this is useful. Otherwise, ignore it. Pacify has a 60-second cooldown. Activate to slow and reduce an enemy hero's damage by 50%. Healing a stunned or silenced or rooted ally reduces the cooldown by 30 seconds. This one is awkward because it's basically a like League of Legends Exhaust, and there's a couple of heroes who have, actually I think they called it Exhaust as well, but this is something you would expect to see on an assassin character, not on your healer. It's just, I don't know, it's just really out of place personally. Life Unbound. Activate to heal a hero for 15% of their maximum health and deal damage to nearby enemies. Again, healing somebody who is stunned, rooted, or silenced will lower its cooldown. You cannot use this on yourself, however. So, we'll take Pacify this time and just kind of use it. Yep, it's the same shrink ray we've seen in a dozen other spells. At level 16, Tough Love. While Alexstrasza is above 75%, Gift of Life grants 20% armor. Overprotective. Heroes healed by Abundance gain a shield for 3 seconds equal to 60% of the amount healed. I don't know why I just said 75. And Draconic Discipline. Increase Dragon Queen's duration by 9 seconds. Yes. Always yes. I like the shield, but I almost always take the Draconic Discipline.
Choose a talent.
At level 20, Life Blinder activates 3 times over 6 seconds. This is pretty nice because you can kind of drop this on a tank, and if they're being hit, you're just like, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Ancient Flame. While Dragon Queen is active, Alexstrasza's basic attacks apply Flame Buffet, but her attack speed is reduced by 25%. I like the effect. I hate the reduction. I don't think I've actually ever taken it almost entirely because of the reduction. And Blessing of the Red. Activate to grant an allied hero 500 bonus maximum health until they die. Cannot be used on Alexstrasza or somebody who's already had it. So obviously I can't use it on them again. So,
Choose a talent.
one thing you can do, we're going to go ahead and turn off toggle cooldowns.
Choose a talent.
And we'll just go through here.
Choose a talent.
And we'll grab...
Choose a talent.
And do notice, this is only while she's above 75%. If you get punched once, Life Blossom stops working. Again, as I said, in combat, you lose it almost instantly in almost every opportunity I've seen.
Choose a talent.
Of course.
Choose
Go
a
ahead and
talent.
take this, and then we'll take Ritual Life. So, gonna go ahead and heal and get our new flowers back. And as you can see, we are getting it much faster. So, we're going to go ahead and drop, drop, drop. And this is all in human form. So as you can see, we've kind of made Dragon Form a little bit less effective for healing, though it does do a ton of damage. But with this combo, we'll go ahead and restart this.
Life begets life.
We have 15%, 100% a couple of times, and 20% a couple of times. Yeah, that's putting us at 35,000 healing in just the course of like 10 seconds. It's nice, but it's not...
Choose a talent.
Like, it's not practical in any point, in my opinion. On the other hand...
Choose a talent.
Intriguing decision.
If we were to take instead the Fire Within...
Choose a talent.
Life has blessed me.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Just take Dragon Scales for no other reason.
Choose a talent.
As you wish.
And hell, we'll even take Ancient Flame, just because I don't think I've actually ever taken it. So we activate. As you can see, Dragon Queen now lasts for a long time. We'll go ahead and complete the quest. So we're working on our cooldown right now. And remember, we do have toggle cooldowns off. So we're doing a ton of damage. Like, this would be enough to kill most characters. And because Dragon Queen's attack is a cone, we would be hitting multiple heroes if there were multiple heroes to hit. And hey, we're a dragon again. Let's go ahead and let's actually take the Circle of Life approach this time. We're gonna just go for
Choose a
Circle of
talent.
Life. We'll go ahead and complete the quest, and we'll just go with the Abundance
Choose a talent.
and Cleansing Flame. After 1.25 seconds, take to the skies, throw a couple of fireballs,
Choose a talent.
look really awesome while doing it. We'll take
Choose a
Pacify, because
talent.
why not? And
Choose a
then
talent.
Overprotective.
Blessed me.
So, first off, bonus movement speed. I don't know why, but we have bonus movement speed now. So we go to Sky, and you can see this little... And then you'll land. It's quick, but it's painless mostly. You can kind of chase people. And it does give you a pretty decent getaway.
Life begets life.
At level 20, healing or damaging heroes 8 or more times with Cleansing Flame activates Dragon Queen for 15 seconds upon landing. Obviously, you only get 5 shots, so you're going to have to do some doubling up. But, let's see if we can actually get this. Oh, we can't. However, if we do this...
Show me. I
And as you can see, there's a nice little pointer over. And hey, I landed in dragon form. It's a little weird to show it because there's a nice little pointer over here, but if I miss even one shot, then I have to hit the other 4. It's a little weird. But you land as a dragon. It's really cool. Throw people away. Drop your healing. You can't fly as a dragon, which is really weird. You just kind of walk with some swag. But it's a 15-second dragon as opposed to... Well, I guess 15 seconds is the normal.
The Dragon Queen advances.
Let's go ahead and just dragon dance. I personally love Alexstrasza's healing. I do use her as a very mix and matchy. I love throwing her into Dragon Queen and just going, hey, I'm a dragon now, by the way, here's all my healing. And that's pretty much how I play whenever I've played her. However, as I've shown, many of these are very viable. I do a much more aggressive build.
Choose a talent.
I run fast. I shoot hard.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Life has blessed me, as it must be.
Pacifies just fine.
Choose a talent.
So 9 seconds plus 15 lasts a ton of time. So I'm sitting here going through with these. I'm constantly using my dragon form. And as you can see, the dragon time does seem, or Dragon Queen from the ult does get extended by the talent, the Iconic Discipline. And as you can see, both the healing and, like, this is just an amazing way to do it. And you just kind of walk off as a dragon. You do have limited movement speed while you're a dragon, but if we look at the stats, so you can see 115, then we got the dragon form. It stays 115, but you're so much larger. You just look slower. And that's kind of one of the small problems with her.
Indeed.
But you do have such increased range that at level 1, like we drop this back down to level 1,
Choose a talent.
you have that full 9 range. You are
Queen advances.
outranging towers. I do wish there was a way to quit this early, because while dragon form is impressive, it is very lackluster. And if you're trying to escape or chase somebody down, it is basically worthless.
Whatever is required.
Like, it's a great show of force when you're... Let's go ahead and get through here. Like, you've toggled minions, you've pushed back, and you're just like, you know what? Screw this. Boom. Like, it's a great show of force, and as you can see, because of your range, you're a great artillery piece. But if somebody comes at you, like, you have this push, and then you're done until it wears out. Anyway, as I was saying, Alexstrasza is a very powerful healer. She does some extreme numbers, and is very versatile. She's probably my favorite character to come out this year. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I hope this was informative, and have a wonderful day. Bye.